Hi, my name is Jess. Some people know me by my artist name Yoke, and I have bipolar 1 with psychotic features, and I am trying to document a potential manic episode that's coming on, I think. I want to do it for educational purposes, perhaps, and definitely for myself, because I don't know. I just want to see, and I do believe that my idea to do this is probably a product of this potential mania. I made a first video and I had been up for 33 hours, and it was total delirium because I hadn't been sleeping very well before that either, so it was like just a couple of hours of sleep between like 3 days. But I finally did get some sleep, and it was very much so medication induced. I don't think I would have been able to fall asleep if I hadn't. I did wake up this morning kind of groggy, and sometimes when I'm coming into an episode, I mean, it could be a manic episode, it could be hypomania coming on, but I'm a little concerned. It's been concerning, especially with what little sleep I've been getting. But usually, like, I can fall asleep, and when I do, it takes like a little bit for me to like wake up, and then I'll start feeling all the symptoms. And I do think that's what is happening. But I did get a good amount of sleep, I think. I mean, if I went to bed around 12 a.m. and woke up around 12 in the afternoon, my math is pretty bad, but I think that's 12 hours to 11, which is pretty good, I guess, but not enough to break whatever symptoms I'm feeling. There's definitely feelings of like being out of it, and like I feel in control. I don't feel delusional, I think. And I don't really get like hallucinations, although I did mention in my previous video seeing like a blobby smoke thing in the woods once, and I was seeing this like spot thing that kind of looks like a bug or a fly flying past you, or not you, my like face, and it just being so different than like when a bug does fly past your face that it's just a suspicious black flying blob to me, and it's not an eye floater. I know that. It's not. But usually when I start feeling out of it, I start kind of like zoning out, and I'll just stare into the distance, and I just freeze, and it kind of feels like dissociating, but like I'm not dissociating, because it'd be like me watching myself do stuff. but it's like the best example I have of like what's happening. Um, and sometimes when I talk to, like, I just stare off into the distance. I don't know if I'm gonna get any sleep tonight, and I really, really hope that I do. I don't like having to take hydroxine to fall asleep. It makes me super groggy the next day. It makes me feel out of it in a different way. And I don't like that, like, dragging on in my day, because it'll just make me kind of groggy for the rest of the day. And then if I can't sleep, then, like, it's kind of like 10 times worse to feel that way. And even though I probably should be taking it, I can't sleep. But even sometimes, like, if, like, the no sleep thing gets worse, sometimes it doesn't. And I have to, like, double my dose, and then it's, like, even worse. And then sometimes when I have that, like, out of it feeling from taking the medicine, sometimes it can make me feel, like, super low, and then, like, kind of like I want to kill myself or something. And like it is, like, but then I guess it doesn't really happen a whole lot during, like, mania or something like that. Definitely during a depressive episode. It's hard to remember if if I, like, felt it during mania or hypomania, because sometimes things get a little fuzzy and I kind of forget certain things. I might remember it later, but at least now, like, I'm not 100% sure. Yay. And then earlier today, went to work, did my work thing, and then, like, went to a cafe that was, like, super close to where I work, so I could, like, get back to emails and stuff. And I drank a cup of coffee, like 6 at night, 7 at night, and I definitely feel just like that. The one cup of coffee, like, energized me, like, way too much. And I get addicted to coffee when I'm manic. I will just drink coffee and I won't eat a whole lot, or I'll go ahead and go eat a lot because I'm just bored and I need to find something to do and, like, leave the house, and the only thing I can ever think of doing is eating. And I kind of regret it because it could just induce more mania or hypomania. And then I start I'll crave, I think it's just like the caffeine, but I'll start craving Coca-Cola, specifically cherry Coca-Cola, which I'm regrettably drinking right now, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. Nope, I'm a liar, it is 12:37. But I just, like, I left work and I had to go down the elevator, and then I just started getting, like, the leg wiggles, and I was just, like, pacing in place, and then just kind of, like, dancing in place, kind of just, like, just have to, like, move my body. And, like, I know, like, there's, like, a corner store around my apartment, like, literally in the alley. It takes me, like, 1 minute to walk there, barely. And another symptomatic thing that I start feeling is like I want to go for walks, really, really long walks. And when I went outside, it was dark out, and like I wanted to keep walking. It always seems like a good idea, but I've never walked around late at night where I live because it's just like it's a bigger city. There's a lot of crime in the area that I'm in, and I would definitely get mugged without a doubt. But man, do I want to. But during like the day, if I felt that way and I had enough time in the world, I would probably start walking and then just do it for hours. And I would make a lot of distance if I did. And yeah, when I start taking long walks, that's an issue. I'm feeling kind of out of it right now. Kind of don't like it. And in the last, I don't know if it's just the coffee, caffeine, but definitely something feels very off. And I'm sorry, I'm doing that staring off in the distance thing, and it is like my eyes just feel like glaze over, and I do know that I'm kind of getting chatty too a little bit, and I feel kind of bad because I like just moved into this new shop where I'm working now, and I mean I've worked with these people before, but I don't really think that they've seen the extent of how bad my mania has gotten over the year. And when I worked with them before, I think the worst kind of episode I ever had in like, I think it was like a couple of years of literally almost no episodes at all. And I think it like had hypomania like maybe once where I just got super hyper and annoying for like a week or so. And I probably had a depressive episode like once or twice, but not enough to like affect me a lot, and enough to feel confident to not be medicated. And now it's kind of a different story because I did not start having like the psychotic symptoms that I had starting earlier in this year when I had like full blown manic episode. I was so delusional, and one of the main themes was believing that I wasn't bipolar and being scared that I was making it up. Those thoughts kind of started like going through my head today, and it's like, what if I'm not bipolar? And like, I was staring at all this medicine that I have. It's not just like bipolar medication. There's like other stuff that I'm taking, and I just wanted to dump all of it. And then I get this urge to do that, and that was a part of my episode earlier this year because I just started to think that I was poison, that I was being tricked into taking it. I mean, I've definitely tried things this past year, and it's like usually like the antipsychotics that make me feel really icky or like not myself, or like I just tried one earlier this month. I really did. I gave it a shot, and like, it's hard to get me to agree to like take stuff, like, like really hard. I feel so bad for my psychiatrist, but like, he's really chill. Like, I have my own autonomy, and I get to make a lot of my decisions. Nobody's forcing me to take anything. Nobody's pushing anything on me. I get suggested stuff, but never do I ever feel I don't have a say. But yeah, I tried one earlier this year, or earlier this month, and it made me like really sick. Like it just was not worth the way that I was feeling. Even though it, I will admit, I hate to admit this, but it did kind of, it killed the manic episode that I had. Like, I had one that ended beginning of this month, and it was like 2 months long, and it was induced by an SSRI. Gave it a shot, because I take a benzo almost every day, and I've tried other anxiety medications, and like it's not an addiction. It's not like I mentally feel like I need to have it. Like I should be taking it. Like, otherwise I have like terrible anxiety. Like, I have panic attacks that disable me, that make me sometimes like collapse to the floor and just like, not like fall to the floor, but like I cannot stand. I feel wobbly. Like, I need to sit down and like my eyes gloss over, and I just stare off into the distance, and it's really close to almost like my out of it, like, mania feeling, but it's like a whole nother beast of its own, and it's exhausting, and like sometimes I think, like, I'm convinced that I'm like dying, and like the only thing that kills that is like taking something for it, like, as needed. Otherwise, I'd be crippled. I would not be able to function some days. And it has improved my life significantly, and I don't want to take it. I don't want to be on it. I want to taper off of it. It's not the goal to be on it for the rest of my life. But it's also important, I think, even for like the bipolar stuff, like, sometimes it can help kill like hypomania, or like calming down like me when I'm like manic and like I need to chill out. I have not taken any today. I think that would be very smart to take before bed or attempted sleep. And I'm not really feeling all that anxious today, which is like a good thing. And more days I can go longer without having to take something for it as needed is fantastic. But that's also concerning when I like start feeling like manic or something, or like hypomanic, because like I don't know where the anxiety goes. It could be like anxiety times 1,000, or I have no anxiety. And like the no anxiety part is more scary, because I think that would start like, start accompanying, I'm trying to find the word for it, but not feeling anxiety. I think you just would start, like, euphoria would start happening, or what I call feeling like sunshine. It's like the feeling of euphoria for me feels like a bright sunny morning with the sunshine rays, and everything is just perfect looking. You can see like the dew on the grass. And it's just like a crisp, early like morning sunshine. And everything's just shining just right. And like when you see something like that pretty, if that's kind of what you're into looking at, it's like sunshine, and everything is just wonderful. And then I start feeling fearless, and that's where the grandiosity starts to kick in. So I don't know if that's gonna start accompanying anything. Honestly, like, I am so exhausted from everything that's happened in my life this whole month. I don't know what part of my ramblings in my first video, if like I said everything. There's the formula for becoming manic, or at least for me, things that can push me to it. But it just is gonna be a day by day process for me. Yeah, and I hope yet that if I ever like post something like this or upload it, that it's helpful for somebody, because I am just so sick of seeing videos that are just educational. Like, if I had more videos when I was diagnosed of people like actively like in their episodes, and like truly like you can tell like that person is in an episode, like just talking you through it and just feeling it, and like I think that would have been like also helpful. Like, those educational videos are great and all, but if you're bipolar and like you've had it for a while, there's probably a huge chance that you've already deep dived in all the information that you could get. I think it's more validating to have somebody who's feeling the same thing that you are, might be describing it in a way that is comforting and you feel less alone. I think that is awesome. I am feeling really antsy suddenly, and like my foot is like shaking, and like I think this is like doing this video right now is kind of making me like second wind of the day at almost 1 a.m. in the morning. I have to go to work tomorrow. I have to like get up. I have a long commute. I'm working somewhere further away than I used to, and that's definitely gonna get to me, I think. Just because it's just kind of stressful to get to where I am working now. I need to get onto like the highway and stuff, and like trying to leave at the right time, otherwise it's just a traffic jam, and you're going like, it's gonna take you like 10 plus more time to get to where I gotta go. And I just do want to say that I'm not endorsing Mania. I am not trying to glorify it in any way, and I'm certainly not trying to, like, induce mania or, like, be manic just to make a video of it. I don't want to feel this way. I had a manic episode, 2 full-blown manic episodes this year that scared the living shit out of me. Like, finally, I feel scared. I used to love feeling this way. It used to be awesome. Of course, everybody, for the most part, a lot of people love their mania first. But not me anymore. Manic brain sometimes will trick me into thinking that let's keep doing this. Let's make it worse. Let's see how bad it can get. Like, let's see how bad it can really get. Terrible decision making. I don't feel that way. It's really this 5% feeling of that little bad voice that's like on my shoulder, the little demon on your shoulder that's telling you to do bad things. It's always there. I mean, I am on medication. It's just a mood stabilizer. I'm only on like 1 medication for my bipolar. There was some hope that it would keep this at bay, at least for now, because I've tried like 3 different antipsychotics this year, and one of them made me gain weight and want to eat a lot and like super groggy, and then the other one made me feel not myself and like this sluggish like feeling, and yeah, and I think I already mentioned this 3rd one that made me feel really, really sick. And I can go up on the dosage of my mood stabilizer. Sorry, there's like something in my eye. But I don't know if I want to go up higher on that medication. It scares me, and I don't know what the right answer is for that. There will always be hesitation from me. And I don't want to live the life of, hey, let's keep raising the dosage on this medication. Oh, something's not right. Let's change the dosage. Let's keep upping the dose on your medication until you're like numbed out. And that's not, maybe I do need a higher dose. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. I only have like so many options left of medications. I mean, there was antipsychotics that I was taking before I was even like diagnosed bipolar, and it was just to like treat depression, and those didn't make me feel good. One of them made me feel like I was in a black hole, and I was like sleeping on the floor for like a week or so. I just wanted to like die. And then one of them made me like this angry mess. There's just one left. Well, I mean, there's like other ones, but we just try to avoid those just for like what they're known to already do, like weight gain. Mostly. That's me. I mean, that's the most undesired, one of the most undesired side effects of most of those medications. And that would not be good on my mental health because I struggle with eating disordered habits. And the one that's kind of left is lithium, which is known to help a lot of people. But I mean, it's like a lot of blood work, it's the risk of tremors. I'm a tattoo artist. I don't want to have tremors in my hands. That sounds dumb as hell. Because, like, the point of me not being in episodes is so that I can work. Because I really care about my job. I really care about what I'm doing. I love it and hate it at the same time. But I get to do something that I actually love. And not a lot of people get to say that. And it allows me a lot of flexibility to be sick like this sometimes. But I'm also an independent contractor, so I'm always kind of like working a lot more than some people have to because I'm just I go to work, I wake up at like 8, 9 in the morning. Sometimes I have to draw stuff, and then I gotta be to work at 12 o'clock, and then sometimes I'm working until like 6, 7, 8, 9 at night, and then I don't like get to eat dinner until like almost 10 o'clock at night, and then I gotta go home and I gotta do more emails or draw more stuff, and then like I don't get to go to bed till like 12, 1 o'clock, and you'd be like, oh, like maybe you should just like divide your time better and have better time management. And that's probably true, but like I live alone. I'm responsible for all my bills, my cats, car payment, all of that. Like I have no time to rest. It's just not my books, at least for now. And and also like fucking up your finances while you're manic really kind of screwed me over just slightly. One of the million reasons why I don't want to be like feeling like this, but I might have like one of those episodes where I'm like ridiculously responsible, like start hoarding my money, but I'm like working a lot, like a lot, and then I'll just like pay bills in advance just to like soothe that feeling of like wanting to spend money, which is great, fun. Then I'll like not like hoard, but I'll stockpile things that I need. Like cat litter. Like one time I bought, let's see, two, 4, 6 boxes of cat litter at a time. And it's like 32 pounds a box, so like you do the math on how many pounds of cat litter I bought at once. It's like ridiculous. I think it's kind of funny. It could be worse things, right? This video is getting pretty long. I have 5% battery left. I think it's a good point to stop here, but I'm gonna keep documenting this day by day, whatever outcome happens.